Hi guys, so today I'm going to share with you some of my favorites for the month of September. I was going to say August. I apologize if I sound like a little congested or if I like clear my throat a couple times because the weather is not agreeing with me these days. But I am excited that it is getting a little chilly in the south, and I have a couple favorites. Some of them are kind of on trend with what's going on in the fall. Some of them are just things that I just love just for all year round. So I'm going to start off with this MAC Fix Plus spray. I love this any time of year. This is just, it feels so hydrating. And one thing that I really love this for is if I put on a lot of makeup, or if I'm putting on my makeup really fast and I have a lot of powder product, or something just looks a little too pasty or ashy, or I can just see the powder sitting on my face. I just mist this over and it compresses everything. It makes everything look very natural, very hydrated, but I wouldn't overdo it on a spray like this, especially if you're oily. I am combination oily, so I don't use too much of this, but I do like to use this once I'm done with my makeup to make it all blend together. So this is the MAC Fix Plus. Now, it wouldn't be fall without fall lip color. My favorite fall and winter lip color is the Revlon Lip Butter in Fig Jam. And I actually had this, I don't know if it was in a favorites video or maybe in a tutorial or something last year. This is not the same one because I had a tragic story of how my last one fell on a floor in a public restroom and it was open. But I love this lip butter. The great thing about, oh my gosh, I just popped the thing off. The great thing about this lip butter is that it is kind of sheer. It's not like all the other lip butters by Revlon. They're usually really, really opaque, but this one is sheer, but you can also build it up to be really nice and dark. And I really, really like this. You can wear this with just about anything. If you just have light powder makeup, but you still want to have a little bit of a darker lip, or even just that just bitten look, this works really, really great for that. And for the darker ladies or just darker skin tones, if you have trouble finding that just bitten lip color that doesn't look like it's not even existing on your lips, when you put it on, it just doesn't look like anything. This looks like something, and it always looks really, really nice. So it has just enough pigment if you want to wear it sheer, just to make it look like you have a little something on your lips. And I think that it works perfect for one of those your lips but better type lipsticks. So definitely give that a try if you find that. I think this one sells out pretty fast though, because this is a really popular color. Another lip color that I really, really love, I actually have this one on now. This one is kind of like a cranberry color. And this one's by Maybelline. I think it's looking more like wine in the camera. I'm just looking at the viewfinder and it looks a little dark, but it's actually more like a cranberry color. And that's what I have on my lips right now. I could have made it a little bit darker, but I think this is just enough. This is Blissful Berry 410, and these are, I think, in the Plums collection from Maybelline. And these are just like, they're just the same formula as the Vivids and all the other really, really good lipsticks. So I really like them. They do smell like crayons and Play-Doh, but they work well, so I don't really care. The next thing I've been really loving is this NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder. I have it in the shade Caramel 10, and I used to use this as my powder, like my all over powder, believe it or not, but I'm not as dark anymore. But I like to use this as my contouring or even just all over bronzing shade. And because it's matte, I don't have to worry about having shimmer all over the place. This has a lot more pigmentation than a normal bronzer, so that's why I do prefer using pressed powders that you use for powder foundation over using a bronzer, because you'll get a lot more pigment. And sometimes when you're blending and you're really trying to get a nice contour, you're trying to blend it out really nicely, you can blend away some of your makeup and then you start exposing whatever you may have had to conceal, because I do get sometimes like some pimples or, you know, acne scarring and stuff in this area. So when I blend, I have to blend really lightly, but with this I can just go to town and I still have that coverage that I need for my contouring powder as well. Oop, and under there you get like a little sponge or maybe like a little brush. I don't remember. It's been a while since I picked this up, but I love this stuff. And it's really inexpensive. It's NYX. The next favorite is also pretty inexpensive. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer. And this is something that you can find on the internet. I haven't seen it in any of my stores in town, but I have heard of some people finding it in really, really inexpensive stores. Like I think maybe even dollar stores might carry them. But I haven't found it anywhere, so I had to order mine online. But it's really, really cheap. I got mine on Amazon for $4, but I think in other places you can find it for like $2. So this is supposed to be comparable to the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, which is my absolute favorite concealer. This is like my ride or die concealer. I never have problems with this concealer. This is my go-to. But I tried this out a couple times. I tried it out on its own. I tried it out mixing it with others. I get the exact same effect as the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. It dries really fast, so that's the only difference that I find. This dries a little bit faster than the MAC Pro Longwear. You don't even have to set this concealer, and it has that same effect. This is a little bit thinner, so you do have to use a little bit more, but then again, you get what you pay for. You know, I mean, you aren't going to get the same exact coverage as you would get with a MAC concealer. So this is definitely worth the money, though. If you want to try this out, I mean, what do you have to lose? $2? So, I mean, it's definitely worth a try. And the shade that I have is, let's see, medium beige. And the shade I have in MAC Pro Longwear is NC35, which this would probably match in, not an NC35, maybe NW, but yeah. But I usually use an NC under my eyes. A lot of people don't use NCs under their eyes. I prefer it. I need a little bit more yellow to, you know, wake me up a little bit. This does have a little bit more of a neutral tone to it, but it still works fine. And they do have some shades that have a little bit more of a pinky tone if you wanted something like that. They have, I think, 20 shades to choose from. So there's a ton. There's really, really light, really, really dark, really warm, really pink, like... It's awesome. So definitely check these out. These are, I mean, you can't beat that. The price point is amazing. So that I was just really, really happy with this month. Another thing that I feel like I kind of splurged on, but I mean, it was well worth the splurge. I got the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Powder. And this is the glorious opal that everyone raves about. And I know why, because this stuff is amazing. Look at that. Hold on. There you go. That is butter. Magic. Beautiful. So next is something that is another raved about thing. Well, at least it's being raved about now. And I am just jumping on the bandwagon. Got the Morphe eyeshadows. I ended up picking up the... This is the, hold on, I'm not sure which one's which. I ended up getting the 35-piece shimmering palette, and this is how that one looks. And this is a bunch of just shimmering eyeshadows. I'm not even really gonna get, well, you know, I can swatch one of them. This is just this purple shade. And I may have posted a couple pictures on my Instagram of me wearing some of these shadows. I think I posted one of me wearing a green shadow. Look how pigmented that is. This palette retails for $20. And I can say firsthand, because I know how MAC eyeshadows feel, how creamy they are, this is creamier. This blends a lot better. This gives off a lot more pigment. It does have fallout, but it's not more fallout than you'll have from a MAC eyeshadow. This is just as good. And the pan size is pretty much the same. So, I mean, look at the bargain that is. I mean, and if you're a makeup artist, this is the perfect thing to put in your kit. Instead of paying $20 for a BH Cosmetics palette, you will do a lot better with something like this. And they also have a neutrals palette. They have a couple different 35 piece palettes to choose from. And this second one that I got is the matte palette. So this is basically the same colors, but just in the matte form. So I'm going to do that purple in a matte. And look at that. This would be the shimmery one, and this is the matte one. And I don't know, I was drawn to the colorful ones. I don't know if you guys can even tell the difference, but Yeah, the matte one is the one right here. My next favorite is Oldie But a Goodie, my NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I love this stuff. I've used this for a long time. This is in medium dark 2. And the thing I've been loving about this lately is I've been having so much problems with my skin breaking out, and I just don't know how to control it. It's hormonal, so there's really nothing you can really do about it. It's all up in the chin area, all up in the forehead area, so. But the thing that I really needed is a full coverage foundation. And despite the name, this is a full coverage foundation. And usually I would go for something a little more matte because I don't want to really show off any of that uneven texture. But if I set this, I usually don't have problems with it. So I've really been enjoying this. And this is, I feel like this is the quickest foundation for me to use. I mean, it blends easily and it wears nicely throughout the day. It never looks too dry. It never looks too luminous. So been loving that. My last favorite is this bag I got online, and this is from Henry Bendel. And it's probably looking white in the camera. It's looking a little white on my viewfinder, but this is actually cream. Hopefully I can edit this to where everything looks the natural color. I really, really like this bag. I feel like I am jumping the gun a little bit because it's not quite winter yet, but this looks so cute with so many things that I've worn so far, and I really, really like this bag. The thing that I like about this bag in general is the shape. It was a little bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I like the fact that you can really just, the bag is so versatile. You can pull it up on the sides, and the sides are actually magnetic, so if you want to change the shape, you can do it kind of like a messenger bag. And I mean, it works great for that. But you can also just kind of compress it a little bit and make it look more like just a regular purse. Because I don't like a bag to look that big unless I'm carrying around something that needs to be, you know, messenger bag style. So there's some little magnets right here. So you just snap them down, and you would think that these would pop up once you put it on your shoulder, but they don't move. They really don't move. So this has been the shape that I've been wearing it in lately. I really like it. It's a great size. They have a zip pouch on the back that's really spacious. This inside area is really spacious too. And the thing I like about it is there's this little latch right here that keeps everything closed. And then you turn it and pop it open. But I usually like to keep my keys in there, so you just twist it back, and as long as you keep this thing on there, it won't twist it and open it. The inside, since it is new, it's not super junky, so I can kind of show you guys what it looks like. But we have these pouches right here, like regular cell phone pouches. I hope I don't get makeup all over this bag. And then it's really deep. It's a huge bag. But I'm really not trying to take advantage of the full space. But then there's the regular zip pouch that you find in most purses. And then there's, instead of just 2 more cell phone pouches, like my other purse that I was wearing, there's just a longer pouch. And the thing I really like about this purse is that I can fit everything I need in here. Like, I can fit a bottle of water, I can fit 2 bottles of water, I can fit my planner in it, I can fit my phone, I can fit all kinds of things. I could probably stick my iPad in there if I really needed it, but I usually don't carry it around with me everywhere I go. So I've been loving this little bag. Big bag. Okay, so, but I really just want to get on and share that with you guys, share all the things that I've been loving. I'm rummaging in this bag so I can find one last thing that I want to share with y'all that has not been a favorite. I tried it and I just want to forewarn you guys, this Smashbox concealer is going back to Ulta. This stuff is horrible. I got the shade medium, great color match for under eye, but and it also has the peachiness, you know, to kind of color correct the under eyes. This is the worst concealer I've ever tried. Drugstore would beat this all day, every day. This is the worst concealer I've ever tried. I think it's $20 or $21 at Ulta. not worth a dime. It's very greasy. It doesn't set. There's a difference between settling and setting, but the concealer never quite sets. It just sits on top of the skin and looks very unnatural, and then it never really blends. So, I don't know, I just have nothing good to say about this. Dodge it. Don't buy it. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. So I am returning this to Ulta. That's why I have it in the box and ready to go back to Ulta. Okay, so I need to go off to dinner because my husband's hungry. So I just want to say hey, and that I'm alive. I've just been a little sick and a little busy, but I did want to share with you guys some of the things that I've been loving recently, and I will be back with a new video soon. Like I said, it's going to be the highlighting and contouring tricks video. So I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.